JHN Travels. This is Surfers Paradise. Now, I don't often vlog at night, but hopefully you can see the excuse for tonight because the views are absolutely amazing on this beach. I'm here now in Southport. Now, it's a very busy video, so I'm going to crack straight onto it. We've got 4 different places to explain along the east coast. Firstly, we're going to be hopping back to Port Marquis to the Koala Hospital there. I want to dedicate a little section of this video to that. Secondly, I'm going to be jumping to Byron Bay and I'm going to be showing you a photo album and a voiceover to that. Next, Surfers Paradise, some videos and clips from there, and I'll be explaining that from here. And finally, I'll be live here in Southport. So let's start with the Koala Village. It's situated in Port Marquis, about 20 minutes from the main centre there. And the team there, 150 volunteers, look after the koalas all free of charge. There's a 24-hour emergency ambulance, if you like. There's a hospital that looks after them. There's a rehabilitation scheme and also a permanent care scheme if wounds and damage is too bad to the koalas. Seeing these creatures on the day was a great learning curve. They aren't just little cuddly toys as most people like to think of them. They really are an intelligent and incredible creature to learn about. In my blog I have mentioned many facts, and you can read more about the koalas in that for more detail, because I do have a lot of places to visit here in this video. What I will mention though is the determination of these people working for free, managing to raise $500,000 US each year to survive and keep the rehabilitation plan working. It's not a breeding scheme, it's literally rehabilitation and rehoming. So here's some images and clips from the day. Up next is Byron Bay, and it's amazing the different opinions you get of this. Lots of people love it so much they want to stay there for weeks. Others really hate it. It's a very hippie, druggy sort of town for surfers, a bit way out there. I certainly didn't like it. There's very limited stuff to do. Apart from surfing and the lighthouse there, you are very limited. I'm going to show you some pictures now and explain it as we go along. Byron Bay is perhaps one of those famous places in Australia, but what's quite interesting is there is a very weird vibe to it. One amazing part of it is the lighthouse. It's pretty much famous thing that puts it on the map. So you can do a perfect walk up there from the main city. It takes about an hour, and when you go up there it is obviously perfect for sunrise and sunsets. I managed to see a sunset there, so take a look at a few of the photos. You get a really colourful sky. As a summary of Byron, I think it really sums up the people that are moving up the east coast, party goers, people that want to just sit in a place that really has nothing. To me, out of the smaller places, Byron was nothing compared to Port Marquis or even Newcastle, which wasn't much, but it was still a lot better than Byron. So it really does depend on your opinion and what you want to do. I'm here to explore Australia. Next we skip to Surfers Paradise. This was certainly one of my highlights of the east coast so far. It's absolutely amazing. You have the skyscrapers right on the coast, and there's not many places apart from really America that you can see that. On one side is that miles and miles of beach, and on the other side a river inlet, making almost like an island in the middle full of skyscrapers. It's a millionaire playground, perfect roads, lots of sports cars, lots of skyscrapers, business, but that perfect beach for surfing throughout. Such an amazing place, and definitely something I would recommend. A highlight of Surfers Paradise is certainly the Q1 building, one of the tallest residential places in Australia. Still can't see the end of the beach, that's how long it is. But take a look at this beautiful tower, the beautiful views you get from day and night. £20 for an admission to get that day and night. Just amazing views. A lovely little cafe up there. I would definitely recommend that for Surfers Paradise. Obviously you've got the surfing, and you've got just the beautiful parks and lovely river system that runs behind it. Perhaps one of the best things about surfers is walking along that long beach at night time, seeing the sunset, the colour on the buildings, the reflections, the shadows they create, and the moon on the other side of the water. It's perfect for photography. As a summary to surfers, it lived and breathed Australia, so if you're sick of those English towns along the east coast, then you've certainly got to get there. I suppose here's a scenic place to end. Take a look around. What it certainly isn't is a haven of stuff to do. There's literally nothing here. It's very scenic. There's a few water sports and helicopter rides. There's a city over there, but I haven't seen much of any shops or anything really. But yeah, it's a nice little place to stop off. I'm only here for 4 hours. So that brings us to the end of this episode of JHN Travels. If you liked it, then please do give it a like. If you want to see more, as always, then subscribe, turn your notifications so we know when the next over. And just as a summary, thank you so much for watching these videos. It really does mean a lot. I know lots of you guys are busy with university at the moment, so getting the time to watch 2 videos a week, which is roughly 10 to 12 minutes, is absolutely amazing to me, so thank you so much. And again, I'll just mention there are some very